Accountability, right or wrong? Today I'll be talking to you about the death penalty and whether it is right or wrong. I had also asked Bill Anderson, and then I also researched a German philosopher named Nietzsche and a couple other websites to finish this speech. So it connects to you guys by how your money goes into this, and if something were to happen to you or something bad were to happen to you, what would you want to happen to the criminal? So there's crime, consequences, lethal injection, lethal gas, electrocution, hanging, and firing squad. What do they all have in common? The death penalty. Is it good? Is it bad? You'll see the positives and the negatives. Just wait and see. The death penalty is important. Accountability ranges, and one must serve the consequences. So what is the death penalty, to be exact? Well, a death penalty is a sentence of execution for murder and some other capital crimes, serious crimes, under especially murder, which are punishable by death according to uslegal.com. Currently, 36 states that are in favor have legalized capital punishment, which is over half of the United States. But Iowa is not in favor. It is not legal. Lethal injection, lethal gas, firing squad, electrocution, hanging is all the choice of the inmate, according to clarkprosecutor.org. Lethal injection is the most popular, though, because it is the least harmful or least suffrage. There's the one drug protocol, which includes an anesthetic overdose or a numbness overdose. Or there's the 3-drug protocol, which an anesthetic, which used to be sodium thiopental, was used until pentobarbital was introduced at the end of 2010. That drug is a numbness. Then they would use pancurium bromide, which is a paralytic agent, which is also called panvoluon, and it's what paralyzes a person. And then the 3rd drug is potassium chloride, which stops the heart and causes death. So the cons of the death penalty is that death penalty is a form of revenge. It shows people that it's okay to kill someone for doing wrong. It's cruel and unusual punishment. There could be a botched execution, where maybe the chemicals don't go right in a person's body. So then, it could be a problem and it could cause more suffering than what was intended. The pros of the death penalty is that the cost of the death penalty, holding someone in jail without parole, is 4 times more costly than execution, according to NBC right now. It lowers the crime rate. Less people are likely to perform badly. Basically, if they know something bad is going to happen to them, they will not do what they were going to do. It teaches a lesson that the government is in control and crimes are not tolerated. It shows the victims and victims' families, and it gives them comfort and security in knowing an abuser, murderer, or another harmful person is gone. It shows people that they have to be responsible for their actions, because consequences will be given, and they must abide. They have no choice. It's not painful. An anesthetic, the paralyzer, and then they are gone. That's all it takes. Talking to Bill Anderson, he said, "I personally believe in the death penalty. If a person can make a conscious choice to take one's life for no other reason than to watch them suffer, then that person should be held accountable and have their life taken away." And then I looked up the German philosopher Nietzsche, and he said, "Beware that when fighting monsters, you yourself do not become a monster. For when you gaze long into the abyss gazes also at you." Then Bill Anderson replied to that, saying, "But the world is full of evil monsters that I think should be eliminated by man as to quicken their journey to their maker." So in conclusion, the positives totally outweigh the negatives. The world would be with less crime and people would be held accountable. So crime, consequences, lethal injection, lethal gas, electrocution, hanging, and the firing squad. What do they all have in common? They're all reasonable outcomes for serious criminals who need to be held accountable for their actions.